originally decided she's from the Central Coast, Paso Robles and places like that where they also have wine. And that's where she grew up at. And she came down to Temecula thinking that she would join into their wine group. They did not like the way that she processed wine, and they didn't. So she became the rebel. And that was why she opened up in, I don't know if you know that story. And that's why she opened.
That's the first I'd heard.
Yeah, and that's why she opened up in Elsinore. She's really embraced Studio 395. She's given us, we also have a writers group now that meets there. That's also part of Studio 395. And some book publishers. There actually is a book publisher in Lake Elsinore, and they've joined us.
Yeah,
and so they meet on Thursday nights. It's the third Thursday. A lot of cities where you go, they have an art walk, and you go, and it's all very shishi, and there's wine and the artists
poofy and all of this.
Yeah.
Right?
We're this is Elsinore, and artists typically do not create where they sell. If you think about it, you go to an artist studio, the toilet usually needs to be washed, and there's art all over the floor, and there's drop cloths with paint on them, and it's a mess. You wonder whether you should drink out of that coffee cup, what was in there last. And that's just the way it is. But,
that sounds like Patrick.
Okay, there you go. But when you go to where they sell, it's all cleaned up, and it's all pretty. It's all pretty gallery, and framed and beautiful and everything. And so what we think is Lake Elsinore is really more the place to create art as opposed to the place to sell the art. We'll sell it in Temecula, but I really want Lake Elsinore to be a place where artists can create art. Wouldn't you agree?
Agree, yes.
Definitely. Yeah. We got to talk more about this. And talking about art, ladies, and all the artists that we are. Also, if you are looking for something to do this weekend, right?
Yes.
And you really don't know what to do.
Yes.
And you're shopped out. I hope I never hear that, but if you're shopped out or you're fed out, where you had enough food and this and that, how about coming down here to San Bernardino to the California Theater of Performing Arts? And their address is 562 West 4th Street, right here in San Bernardino. Zip code is 92401. And their phone number is 909-885-8263. And what they're doing, and us ladies are going tonight, they are having the original Frankenstein live on stage. Yep, real Frankie is coming into town. And
it's kind of a love story.
It is. It's a really good love story. For Valentine's Day, it couldn't be better. And it kind of looked like my ex-husband, but that's a different story. And the original artist, whatever you'd like to call her, is Mary Sheldon, Shelleys. She got this, she twerked it, she played with it, and turned it into this fantastic musical and play all put together. So if you would like something to do this weekend, absolutely fabulous, it's on today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And the tickets are from $38.50 up to $77.50. It depends on what part of the theater you want to be in. And then, again, for the ticket, for the box office is 909-885-5152. Give them a ring-a-ding-ding and come on down. It's fantastic for the children. Young adults, everything else, and it is art. That would be a really nice thing to do for Valentine's Day. Something different, right? Now, real quick, if you just tuned in, you're listening to Let's Go Shopping with Bev right here on KCAA 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind. And talking about art and Valentine's Day, what is your suggestion, Rhonda, for all the guys out there for last-minute duty daddies?
I think that if you just appreciate your honey and let them know how much that they mean to you, that's a nice thing. And then get them a diamond ring.
Whoa, I like the way you think, girl. Well, what happens if they don't like diamonds? They could get any kind of ring, right?
You know what your honey likes, so you get what your honey likes, okay?
Don't be buying stuff at Arco.
Yes.
No slamming Arco, just...
Right.
Forget
Go to
about
Generation 3 purses and pick out something you know she would like.
Oh, yeah, all the bling-bling. But
nothing says love than new car scent.
There you go. That's a good one,
one,
Joe. Right. And the thing is...
And we're not talking about the room freshener either.
Right. The thing is, you should know, or hopefully you know, somewhat of the person that you're with.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay, and now, Grace, what is your idea for Valentine's Day, the last-minute duty dads?
Okay, I've been married 36 years.
God bless.
I'm a survivor.
Yay!
Yeah. And my husband abhors spending money on flowers. He will
I got to
not.
agree with him.
He will not do it. He will not do it. And over the years, I have gotten flowers that when he was a younger man, he used to go and cut them in any public place that was growing flowers. That was, okay, so he didn't want to spend money on, but he didn't mind stealing them, apparently.
And that's a thumb tower.
Yeah,
See if you can get away with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Before video cameras. And then the next thing that he did was he went through a phase of giving me bare root roses that I could grow myself. I got no green thumb. This is a waste of money. It's a waste. Then he went through a phase of anything that had to do with flowers and it lit up.
Fiber optic.
Remember them lamps there? Yeah. Right, yeah.
I had a lot of that stuff. And some were good, some not so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was shopping at Spencer Gifts a lot. Yeah. So it was just but I have to agree with Rhonda. You know, if you can't find it through an art fair or something, find some kind of little piece of art from a thrift store or something. Then I agree with Rhonda. Just tell somebody you love them. That's really what matters. And after all these years and all the things I've been through and all the gifts I've gotten, you too, I'm sure, throughout your life, the things that meant most to me were those moments when somebody actually let me know that I was loved.
That's the biggest thing. And Rhonda and I were talking about this earlier, and some of the ladies, we don't believe in going out and buying flowers and this and that. Somebody somewhere with this little Cupid guy running around with his bow and arrow, I think he's the one that started all of this, right? Why does Valentine's Day have to be just one day? Why do these guys get this feeling of fear, like on their anniversary or their birthdays, right? That they got to go out and they got to buy a card and they got to do this and they did. You know what? I agree with you, ladies.
Hallmark.
Right. And sometimes instead of spending money on a card, right? Now I'm a shopper. I love shopping. This is what this show is about, shopping. But there are certain things that just kind of rub me a little bit. Make your own card. Let the children make their own cards, like our children used to do when they were in school and stuff. Maybe take her out to a nice dinner or take him out to a nice dinner, right? And do something like this. But show somebody every single day the little things. Like make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or, something like that. And keep it going. And then, guys, the pressure is going to be off in you. You will not be having a heart attack at the last minute trying to figure out what I'm going to get.
Exactly.
That's right?
I agree.
Yep.
And then talking about food, if you love Mexican food, which we all do.
I do, yeah.
Jose's Mexican restaurant in Yucaipa, my turf, and the address is 33527 Yucaipa Boulevard in Yucaipa, zip code 92399, phone number 909-797-9705. I'm going to tell you, Johnny, the manager down there, he got it going on. Mm-hmm. What he's doing is the dinner's 2 for 1.
Ooh,
you buy a one, you get a one free, right? I love that, right? And the full course, and then you get the appetizer, you get dessert, you get a drink, and it's that mixed drink that they margarita. Thank you. I couldn't get that out.
Really, you had trouble with that one?
I couldn't get it out of my mouth.
Oh my
right?
God!
And now the best part about this is going on all day. All day, boys and girls. And then also what's really nice is every lady is going to get a free flower.
Aww.
Yep. Okay, I hear the music. That's it. We got to go. Happy Valentine's Day. See you next week. Same time, same station. Ciao. Thank you, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
You know you're setting me free. I'm living in paradise. Yeah. Living in paradise. When I'm with you, living in paradise. You're my dream come true, living in paradise. Yeah. Ooh, girl, you had to see this heart of mine was living in misery. I wanted to die. You came along and changed my way of life. That's why I'm living in paradise. I'm living in paradise. Yeah. Living in paradise.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.